What we are seeing here is the ability of Sherlock AI, the platform, to analyze the number of eyeballs passing by or looking at billboards in a particular area. Traditionally, billboard and the visitors or eyeballs in the billboard have never been quantified. Companies have relied on media agencies or relied on the billboard company to tell them how many eyeballs are people passing by or what is the vehicle count passing by those billboards. But they've never been able to validate those numbers. Here comes Sherlock to the rescue. So, what we are able to do in Sherlock is use the multiple data sets that we have, whether it's the point of interest data set or the device information, which comes from multiple devices across our various data partners on a non-PII level. We are able to analyze those devices at a GPS level granularity around a billboard. So really looking at a 10 feet radius around the billboard to see how many people are there. So really now you have the most accurate, the most quantifiable number in front of you for your marketing campaigns, for your out-of-home marketing campaigns that you've never had in the past. So let me show you how this could be done. I go to Sherlock, and on Sherlock I'm exploring a particular report and looking at the audience visitation by a point of interest, and in this case the point of interest would be billboards. And so I am going to look at the point of interest, and Sherlock actually has over 50 million points of interest across all of India. So when you look at these, you can look at across all of India and even more across countries like United States and UAE. But where we are looking at is right now, you could look at auto car dealers, you could look at all kinds of buildings, all kinds of colleges. But here in this case, we're going to take billboards. There are tons and tons of other points of interest, and we can get into those later. But here we can do, let's take city of Chennai in India. And it's the capital of the state of Tamil Nadu. It is one of the four large metros in the southern part of India. And we will look for billboards in Chennai. And we can go back 3 years in time, so you can even look at trends around a particular billboard and see whether a billboard that you had selected a year ago really even matters anymore. Because if there is increase in traffic or decrease in traffic, then you may want to change your media mix. You may want to change your market mix model to whether include newer billboards or discard some billboards that really don't serve any more purpose. So let's go back. I'm going to take the first week of June in this case, and I'm going to run this audience report. And what you will now see is Sherlock taking a few seconds to process all of this data for that entire week of June, overlaying all of those visitors at those points of interest to understand who was there and how many people were there at those points of interest. Now you could look at, and there it is already ready. And with some of them, we have a ton of billboards, and we can continue to add the number of billboards. But let's look at this particular area. This seems like in the Egmore sort of Marina Beach area, which is sort of more like the commercial area in Chennai. And there are some of these billboards that we have already mapped in Sherlock. And you can see over here, this one, which has over on that particular date and time, has about 70 people in and around the billboard. This particular has 19. This particular has over 40. This one has over 41. This one, which is a little further away, has over 38 people in and around. Now this is a radius, GPS level accuracy. So this has a radius of around 10 feet. Now you could actually just increase the radius to get a little more coverage in and around. So you could literally just pick up people who are passing by in cars. You can understand how much time they're taking to go from one point across to another point, and see whether they have really spent that time at that particular billboard. And you can start to quantify the impact of your billboard campaign, your out-of-home campaign, and how many visitors have actually seen these ads. But now the even better thing is, because we understand the movement of people and the location of the devices, Sherlock can also identify the home locations of these people. So, are these your target audience? Where do they live? Where do they work? Are they prosperous enough to be able to purchase your products? So, all of these, Sherlock is able to answer these questions for your marketing team. Something that was never done earlier, something that was not available earlier, something that was not possible earlier. Now you can with Sherlock.